In today's breaking story, Republicans have just erupted as Donald Trump and Republicans' hypocrisies were blasted by Congress. That's right, Donald Trump continues to sow more and more division. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avallone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, thanks to Donald Trump, Congress is almost always being thrown into chaos. Recently, Nancy Mace started screaming in the middle of Congress, all because a Democrat called out some Republicans.
How much time is left?
The gentlelady has 1.5 minutes remaining.
Thank you. I would just like to point out that I think it's very interesting that my colleague from South Carolina is so obsessed with the issue of trans people, using horrible slurs to talk about them, when many people in this body have received gender-affirming care. Filler is gender-affirming care. Boob jobs is gender-affirming care. Botox is gender-affirming care. Lots of my colleagues have received gender-affirming care, and let me be clear, I think everyone should have access to the gender-affirming care that they need, and I think we should respect everybody in this country. With that, I yield back.
Ridiculous. You are absolutely ridiculous.
Lady is not recognized. Order. The House will be in order. The gentlelady and the gentleman will suspend. The House will be in order.
And it's no surprise that this is the kind of reaction we get, because Trump's administration is filled to the brim with absolute lunatics. Take Scott Bessent, for example.
You had some familiarity with Bessent, I guess, before he was Treasury Secretary. Is that?
Yeah, we're in the same world. I mean, I don't know how exactly, you put $4.5 billion to work on a Thursday, but he was down 50% of the time he was there. And I mean, I don't see any way to view him as anything but a failed hedge fund manager. So he started with $4.5 billion of assets under management. He shut down the fund with $577 million. So he lost 90% of his capital.
That's down. Now, I'm not that great at math, but $4.5 billion to $577 million. That seems bad. If that happened to our economy, for example, not as a Treasury Secretary, that would yield a lot of pain.
A lot of pain. And it's interesting because he's sort of touted as the guy to calm Wall Street, that the dear leader is not going to ruin everything, right?
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of evidence he was so good on Wall Street.
And now Congress just erupted as furious Republicans lashed out, all after Trump's policies were called out and Republicans' hypocrisies were exposed. Take a look at today's top story.
No, I just have a question for my colleague from the state of Louisiana, because I'm curious as to where your bill is. Louisiana is the state with the second highest rate of deaths in this nation. You are more likely to be shot standing on a random street in your state than you are in Washington, D.C. So my question is, where's your bill for the occupation of the state of Louisiana to keep your people safe, if you're at all sincere in this?
Gentleman, yield for an answer.
I yield for an answer.
I support state rights. I'm a constitutionalist.
But not D.C.?
Stand by. As a constitutionalist, I support my state, my sovereign state's legislature, which is doing everything it can to push back upon the crime rate of the Democrat-controlled cities.
Okay, so I'll take my time back. I'll take my time back.
If you remove
That's the rules.
the crime stats
That's
of
the
New
rules.
Orleans,
I'll take my time back.
Louisiana,
I'll take my time back. So you only invoke the rules when other people are speaking, not when you're speaking. Okay.
That's your time.
I agree with you. Look, I'm for state sovereignty. So what do you think about California?
California is not where I live. You're asking about my state.
See, you only care, and I'll reclaim my time. I'll reclaim my time. I'll reclaim my time. I'll reclaim my time. I will reclaim my time. The gentleman will stop speaking. I will reclaim my time. You're more likely to be shot standing in a random street in your state,
this is
in
Mr. Frost time,
Louisiana,
Mr. Chairman.
than anywhere in
Frost
Washington, D.C., and you're here because you're lapdogs to the President of the United States, who during the election last year, we said time and time again, I reclaim my time.
Down, Mr. Chairman.
All right, hold on.
My colleague just called me a lapdog for the President of the United States. I move for his words to be taken down.
A second.
We'll stand in recess for a second here. We will suspend to see about taking the words down.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.